It is the Unit 1, Lesson 6 homework with me, Miss Billman. And remember, always put your name at the top of your paper. So for each table, find the unit price. Then complete the table. Unit price is looking at how much they spend for each single one. So at Best Buy Fruits, 9 boxes of strawberries cost $36. What is the unit price for one box? There are multiple ways to go about solving this. I will start with a factor puzzle. So I do my 9 in one column and my 36 on the other. So 9 boxes, $36. The one will go under my 9 because they're looking for the same thing. That's the number of boxes. My magic number will go under the 36. The greatest common factor between 9 and 1 is 1. That'd be a column, pull it across. Then 9 multiplied by 4 gives me 36. So my magic number is 4. My unit price for one box is 4. And you can see that's that magic number that I had missing. So now I know for every one, it cost me $4. So on my number of boxes, I can multiply that number by 4. 4 multiplied by something gives me 28. 7. 4 multiplied by something gives me 32. That's 8. Now 100 multiplied by 4, that gives me 400. Now this is another way that I'm going about solving. I could totally make a factor puzzle for each number, and that would be fine. So number 2, at Yummy Fruits, 6 boxes of strawberries costs $42. What is the unit price for one box? I'm going to set up a factor puzzle just like I did before. My 42 is on the bottom row, and it has nothing above it because that's my magic number I'm looking for. So I do the same steps. I'm asking myself, what's the greatest common factor between 1 and 6? It's 1. And then 6 multiplied by 1 equals 6. So pull my 6 across. 6 multiplied by 7 equals 42. My 7 becomes a column. And you can see I kind of stopped because I'm like, wait, what? It's 7? Nope, it's 1. I'm pulling the 1 across and I get a magic number of 7. So for one box, it is $7. For each box, I'm paying $7. So if I bought 10 boxes, I can multiply that number by 7 and get 70. Now here's the tricky part. 7 multiplied by a number gives me 21. That's 3. 7 multiplied by a number gives me 63. That's 9. 7 multiplied by a number gives me 14. That's 2. For exercises 1 and 2, what assumptions did you have to make for these to be a constant rate? So when it says these assumptions, those are the things we assume had to have happened to make it a constant rate. So we had to assume certain things. So for example, we had to assume that the boxes were all the same size, right? So if they were the 9 boxes of strawberries cost $36, maybe we're guessing that the boxes were the same size. I also wrote down that the price of the box didn't change. So sometimes if you buy more, the boxes actually cost less on certain things, not necessarily these fruit, but there's sometimes where that happens. So if we're buying more, like the 100 boxes, we had to assume that maybe it still stayed either $7 or $4. Or even when you buy less, sometimes when you buy less of something, if there's a minimum, it actually costs more. So we had to assume all of the boxes still stayed the same price. So is my assumption reasonable? And this is talking about the one above. So I had to assume the price of the box didn't change if you buy more or less boxes total. So this assumption may not be reasonable. Why? The unit price may go down if you buy more, and especially in those 100 category. It could be, and it would really depend on where you're buying them from. And it could be like, are you a restaurant? Are you a grocery store? Are you buying in bulk? That's a whole other deal. So that one's kind of 50-50 in my book. So describe a situation when the strawberries at Yummy Fruits might be a better buy than the strawberries at Best Buy Fruits. So Yummy Fruits may have larger strawberries. Let's just say that. They have larger strawberries, and it is actually a better deal because even though they're more expensive, you get larger strawberries. Maybe they're organic. Maybe you get organic strawberries at Yummy Fruits. Maybe you get bigger boxes. That's why they cost more, because we're just talking about boxes in general. We're not saying a small box costs this, a medium box costs this, a large box. We're not taking any of that into consideration. So if they were larger strawberries, oh yeah, for sure, charge more. Maybe they were a special kind of strawberry, kind of like those cotton candy grapes. Maybe they're a special kind. The graph shows the 3 lines you graphed in this lesson. So over here. Each line shows the cost of a different kind of granola. Describe where the line for the cost of the strawberries at Best Buy Fruits, and I'm looking for it's right in the middle, and the line for the cost of the strawberries at Yummy Fruits. So these lines are showing this is what is it like at $6 a pound, $5 a pound, and another number that I'm covering my hand. So I would look at my $4 a pound and my $7 a pound. Where would that land between the 3, 5, and 6? Well, my $4 a pound, that's going to land between the 3 and the 5. That's where that goes. My $7 a pound is actually going to be above the $6 a pound line. And that's where I would see that. It's just important that we're visualizing where these would go on a graph, because that'll come into play later in this unit and of course later in 6th grade too. I hope this helps. I'm excited to tackle the rest of this unit together.